Yo, yo, yo. Oh, man. Yo, this is the Uppercut Podcast, and I got a special guest with me, man. Yo, TMARK. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's good, man? What's good? I'm happy we could finally make this happen. He asked me probably like 2 weeks ago. We figured it out.
Yeah, man. But I've been asking, I asked probably like a year ago too. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
I asked, bro.
Well, perfect timing, man. Perfect timing
is everything.
I'm here, man.
Yo, man, this is bro. Like, this guy right here is a super up and coming up legend. Like, I can't call him a legend yet, but he's definitely gonna be in the books. I promise, bro. And you've been putting a lot of work, bro.
Yeah, man. I've definitely been grinding, man. And it goes even further than what a lot of people even know, because you just brought something up off camera. So definitely got to dive into that and just figure all that out, man.
And I'm going to go straight to it, bro. When I first heard about you, bro, was during like the pandemic, and like I'm big into hats, bro.
Yeah.
And I heard about you when you had like people lining up for hats, bro. And no one ever did that. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm just like doing my research. I'm like, oh my God, like it's over. Like the next day I looked at it, it was over, sold out. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, bro. And then you started coming up with all these hats, like hip hop shit.
Yeah.
And you was killing the game. I'm like, yo, bro, like how the hell did you do that, bro? How'd you do that?
It's crazy because it was like one of those things at that time, like from like, I want to say like 2019. I was like, yo, I want to collect all 27 championship Yankee hats.
That's how it started.
Yeah. So it was like,
wow.
I remember the side patches back in the day was like a big deal. Like, you know, you had, everybody was really rocking like the 99, the 2000, the Subway Series, like, but it was like a store that was in Harlem. I remember Pegasus.
Pegasus.
Yeah, it was on 109th and 3rd Ave in Harlem. And I remember the Asian guy used to have the green bottoms. He had every Yankee green bottom, but he had like other teams, and that was like a one-stop shop because they had like crazy hats, crazy sneakers, crazy jerseys or apparel and stuff like that too. So, you know, I was like, yo, I've never seen anybody get like all 27. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna try it.
The patches.
The patches, yeah.
Yeah, but like, yo, you know what's crazy to me right there? Like, I gotta stop you. Like, it's hot, but how do you see it early though, bro? Like when you're like, yo, the 27, I gotta get the patches. So I'm like the mindset, like how do
I really didn't know what was gonna come out of it. It was just me always being a Yankee fan because of my stepdad and moms and all of that. Back in the days, they used to take us to the games and the parades and stuff. So I was always a Yankee fan, and I'm saying that with a Mets hat on, right?
Right. No, you in Queens though, so I respect it.
That's a fact. I definitely have to show love to my second home in Queens. So I mean, so it was just like, yo, let me try to get all 20 if possible. I didn't even know if it was like a possible thing. So I'm researching, finding shit. People, you know, stores got them. I'm going to different stores, but it felt like back in the days when you were searching for sneakers, like where you just couldn't go on StockX and these apps. You really had to go to the stores and research and try to find some shit. Right. So the hunt for that was just dope. I had friends, yo, they got the patch you was looking for here.
Right.
Like, so they telling me this.
Right. So like a treasure hunt.
Yeah. So then it's just like, I'm like, I get it. And now I'm realizing it's patches that they lost. There's patches of the All-Star game. So I'm learning while I'm doing this shit. And I'm like, yo, when I'm done, am I going to just stop buying hats? Or like, so I was on vacation, man. I remember I was on vacation. I was in my group chat. We was talking. I'm like, yo, what if I did like a hip-hop fucking... Because for me, like everything I do, I kind of want it to make sense. Like I don't want to just slap anything on a hat and there's no story or no connection to it. So I was just researching, and that's what popped up. I remember in the 90s and the early 2000s, that golden era of hip hop, everybody wore baseball hats. Like that was just the thing. And when you think of hip hop, I think a lot of people, when it comes to sports, you think of basketball first.
Right. You think so?
I think so. Like because you got people like AI. You know, a lot of people that
Jordan.
that people's like in their sneakers or in that. So baseball is kind of not like the first thing you think when you think hip hop. But then when you do your research, it's like, oh shit, Wu-Tang Clan, they did a whole photo shoot with Yankee jerseys and hats. You got Hov wearing the Yankee hat on his album cover. You feel me? So it's just like, oh damn, like that's the connection. And I'm like, yo, but I always seen them do like the big logos in the front for the street team. Like the street team promotion. And I'm like, I never really liked those hats. Because I'm like, yo, the logo was always big, doofy. Like, I'm like, yo, what if I could make this shit a side patch? Because I'm like, yo, side patches was really like a thing back then, and it was like golden. Cause you could have a gray bottom, but if I had a side patch green bottom, niggas is like, yo, that's crazy. So that was kind of like, and then it was trial and error though. Like that shit took, I thought it was gonna be easy.
So explain the process, like trial and error. Like, so give me the,
so
let me go through the process. Cause like, I want to make hats or I like, just the process. Like,
so first things first, the idea comes, right?
Yeah, of course.
I reach out to people that I feel like is worthy of reaching out to at the time, like Clark Kent. I'm reaching out to people.
Damn, how do you know? Like,
and I'm asking, just
But how do you know? How do you see? But like Clark Kent is like, shout out to Clark Kent, but he's like a iconic. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you say reach out, like, see, people don't have those type of connections, bro.
But it was just me reaching out to Clark, seeing if it's ever been done before. Because I'm like, damn, like I feel like this has been done, but it probably wasn't done. Because I'm researching it, and I'm like, yo, hip hop, such and such side patch fitted, and nothing was popping up. So when I finally reached out, Clark was like, nah, I've been collecting hats for 30 plus years, and I've been to New Era in China, I've been to New Era in Europe, and I've never seen it. So to hear that, I was like, all right, this is original. Nobody's ever done it yet. Nobody hasn't done it yet. So that would make me more eager to even want to do it now. Now I'm like, oh shit. So the process of that was, I'm thinking it was about to be, I could grab an image off the internet and I could find somebody that just does embroidery and they could do it. And that wasn't the case. Like, it's like, nah, you gotta get the file, then you gotta convert it to an EMB file. That's the embroidery file. And then, you gotta find somebody that got a good machine.
Oh, so that is now machines.
So now I'm reaching out like on Instagram, like in my story. Yo, who got an embroidery machine? So somebody used to work with at Nike. He reached out, yo, my boy does embroidery, this, that, and the third. So I meet up with him in the Bronx uptown. He's doing the shit out his crib. He got a one head machine. And that shit took like almost a month.
For one hat?
For like two hats, but it was still terrible.
Oh my God.
But I still have those hats till today because it was like, yo, that's literally what the journey was. Like, yo, this was the very first. And the hats was, I don't want to say terrible, but compared to what it is now, it was really bad. And I remember posting the hats and the reaction. Cause I just wanted to see it on the canvas. The hat was the blank canvas. I just wanted to see the idea and see what people thought about it. So when I posted the hats
on Instagram,
people went crazy. Like, yo, nah, you selling these? I need this. And I'm like, I can't, like, to me, it wasn't like ready to sell because the quality wasn't great. Like, but I'm like, yo, they see the idea. So now,
but then right there, right, when you did that, don't you think people might take that idea, bro? Like,
nah, people have, but it was my job to kind of stamp it and make it mine early. So like, now it's to the point where it's just like, I mean, I don't know what it is today because I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm not really focused on it, but it was a point where it was just like people would send me, yo, they copying off you, and they in the comment, yo, this is not a TMARK hat, yeah, buying his stuff. Like, so the people of that culture and that community definitely seen that, and they definitely supported and backed it. Like, yo, nah, that's not a TMARK hat, or this, that, and the third. But yeah, man, like that shit was definitely a process, man.
Did you like, and when you was selling it, did you need like permission?
So like I always get that question, and for me, this is why relationships come into play, and that's important. You know, I like Clark Kent was the first person to actually post like the hats like that ended up
Stamp
making.
of approval.
Exactly.
Right.
Because Clark is like, who's gonna impress me?
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So now
you're a smart guy. You're a smart guy.
So it was one of them things like Clark.
Right. The OG.
Yeah.
Like stamp of approval. He gave the green
Head mayor, bomb.
green light.
Now they asking, yo, how can I get one, instead of who's that and what is he doing? Nah, we gotta send papers to him. You feel me? So my relationships, I use my resources in a sense where it was just like to kind of undercut that. And, you know, it's crazy because Clark is like, yo, Biggs, he always sends like cease and desists out and stuff like that. Havoc always sends cease and desists out. Like, so it's like, these are people he's like, yo, nah, we got to get Havoc a mob hat. We got to get Q-Tip a tribe hat. We got to get Nas the Illmatic hat. We got, you know, and he's like connecting the dots, and they love it because he's sending the photos in real time. And they were, that shit is crazy, bro. I need that. So it's like,
I'm jealous, bro.
Yeah, so
no, that's fire. That's
fire. That was one of those things that was just like, yo, man, like Clark, Mayor, and a lot of these people definitely like help in a big, big way. So, you know, for Clark to get Nas the hat and Nas wear it after he wins the Grammy for King Disease on the Breakfast Club, and I'm just like, yo, that's crazy.
Crazy.
And, you know, that shit even led for me to give fucking Braun a hat.
LeBron.
Like, I got Braun like hats, like, and for him to know like the hats, he was like, yeah.
He always rocks hats too.
Yeah, because he
always
was like,
been
yo,
rocking hats.
because he's like, yo, the Dipset shit is crazy. Like, he's naming hats that's not physically there. So I'm like, yo, he's really in tune.
Oh, man.
And we really like chopped it up for a little minute. It wasn't on some, yo, pass him the hats and you know.
Not to cut your wisdom off, but like, yo, shout out to one of my pastors in VA, right? He always told me, bro, like, he's like, yo, what do you see as success, right?
Yeah.
And to me, right there, when he said that, the first thing that came up to my mind is money.
Yeah,
like,
it's not always that. Though,
right.
Man.
And then he said, you know what I see as success? I was like, what? He said, relationship, vertical and horizontally.
Yeah.
With God and with the humans, with, you know? And that, like, I can never forget. And that's all I could see right now, what you were saying. It's like, yo, you had the ill plan, and your vision is dope. And then you executed with the, like I said, like with the connections that you have.
Yeah.
And wow, bro. Like, that's amazing, bro.
Yeah, man. That shit is, for me, relationships is very important, bro. Like,
worth more than money.
At the end of it, it's worth way more than money, man. Because you could always, relationships and favors, man, you could always cash those in. And, when it's genuine, it's no better feeling than that when it's genuine, man.
Facts.
Like, that shit comes back full circle and 10 times more than what you even expected it to be. Because me linking up with Clark and, at the time, somebody could have just thought about money, right? And just say, yo, nah, Clark, I need 300 or whatever for these 5 hats, whatever the case is, but not seeing the potential of, and his relationship and his reach to people.
Right.
Cause I'm to the, like, Clark could never have to pay. He'll never have to pay for a hat. Like
Right.
if he asks me.
Right. You know,
But he be willing to. Nah, I'm gonna pay. Because I gotta. Because. And it's just like Clark, like
it's all right.
the shit.
You're right.
Like there's no
It's
money
good. I got you.
could repay you for the things you've done. So
right. The least I could do
come
is
on, man.
Right.
Like, nah, you good.
That's dope.
You good. Like, and there's been times where he'll just order something without me knowing, and I'm like, damn.
Wow.
But let me throw an extra hat or extra 2 hats in there for him and stuff like that. But
nah, shout out to Clark.
yeah,
man.
Clark Mayer too. He's one of the guys that's just like, yo, man.
They've been in the game.
I'm gonna pay you, and it's like,
they've been in the
owe me
game.
nothing, man.
They've been in the game for so long, like, and especially in the sneaker game too. And I want to jump on the sneaker game because, like I said before, I felt like I seen you before, bro, on the sneaker line. And like you said, like you know, like you, I really feel like you tapped into the culture. So like, you was collecting sneakers.
Yeah,
like online, going on the line.
Yes, camping out, all of that.
You did all of that.
I did all of that, and that's the sneaker thing came.
How old are you?
Who, me? 35.
Okay, so yeah.
But the sneakers came even before like the lines and all of that, because I got 2 older brothers, and my mother was into like fashion and stuff. So by default, me being the youngest, I would always get sneakers even when I was young. And, you know, my oldest brother was heavy into Jordans, so that's like where my love for Jordans come from. But my middle brother, my older brother, he's been into like Nike basketball and Jordans. So like that's how I get the mixture of like the Nike basketball and the Jordans. And, you know, the Air Max and all of that stuff came with me, and my moms used to love Air Max too, like 95s and all of that. So that was really one of them things that just kind of like all 3 of them is the reason why I was into it, you know. And I got cousins and all of that that's into it. So that was literally one of those things. And then growing up and seeing the drug dealers in my neighborhood, that was just one of the things that I always idolized. And I think when you really from the culture from that time, those were like the superheroes of the neighborhood, like especially when it came to fashion. Like you would see them in some shit and be like, yo, damn, I want that. I want that.
Right.
Exactly. Right. So that was just one of those things that I always remember, like even jackets to fucking, I remember the color Yankees was popping in the 90s, the red and white, green and white, baby blue and white. So yeah, like all that shit was the shit that I seen. And
because you post a lot of like, you know, like I love your style, like how, you know, it's like kind of like subtle but dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't like, you somehow match even without matching.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of my style, right?
Yeah.
But the sneaker game, your sneaker game is crazy, right? I just feel like you got everything, bro.
I think what it is too is like I figured out who I am as a person, and I'm really not sitting there trying to follow a trend or trying to follow what entertainers doing what or what rappers doing what. And let me, because we've seen so many trends come and go, bro. Right. And I try to tell people that's around my age, younger or even older, that's like kind of like diving into that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, but we seen so many trends come and go, bro. We seen
everything under the sun.
We seen True Religion come and go. We seen Moschine come and go. We seen Pepe jeans come and go. You know, all of that stuff is trendy. It's not stuff that, you know, it's not stuff that's being made to last.
Right.
Like when you looking at all of these high ends and, you know, LV, Gucci and all that, they have stuff that's in the store all year round. Mm-hmm. But our people, we always gravitate towards the loudest shit that they selling. And they selling the loudest shit because they know it's just for a moment.
Right.
Like nobody's wearing Gucci with a snake on it anymore. Right. People went crazy for them shits.
Right.
The sneakers, the pants, the polo, the hats.
That shit was kind of fire though.
No, but what I'm saying is like, oh no, we know it's fire, but we're gonna push this in your face because we want y'all to buy that, and then a year or two later, you're not even gonna care about that shit.
Right.
And for me, it's like, nah, dogs. Like we gotta start doing better. We gotta start thinking better. We gotta start shopping with a cause. Like I think people was just trying to keep up with what's going on.
With the latest hypey shit.
Exactly.
Hypey shit.
Yeah.
No, yo, bro, I don't know, man. That's why. Like, did anybody like ever reach out to you?
What's up?
To help them with their brand? Like, cause like I've said it before, I think you and J Tips changed the game with the hats, bro, and you especially.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Shout out to my man Tips.
Right? Like, am I bugging, guys? Like,
I think what that was, it was just like, we was the first people to really do like Hat Club hats. Like we did a collab with them, and then it was during the pandemic, so we didn't really get to drop them at NoHo, and we had to do online. The shits went crazy. They even did like pre-orders and shit. But for the most part,
they didn't reach out.
I mean,
because
they reached out. I mean, and it's crazy because
like, are you like picking? Or you like waiting for the right?
For me, it's like it gotta make sense. Like a lot of people reached out to me before to do collabs and shit like that and work together. But if it's not, I don't want to say parallel because, I'm on my own path, but it has to at least be something similar. Like I wouldn't do a collab with something that doesn't fit me.
Got it.
Or fit my brand or what I represent.
Got it.
Right? Like that's just like, I wouldn't wear a shoe that I know
you wouldn't rock.
I wouldn't rock. Like I wouldn't get a shoe. I wouldn't buy a shoe that I know I wouldn't rock.
Facts.
Like some even if it's sent to me, right? Like I always try to tell these brands if they are sending me something, like just pay attention to like to my page, like how I dress and what you think I would wear and what I wouldn't wear.
Right.
And if they decide to still send something that they know I wouldn't, I got family members and stuff like that, I'll give it away or this, that, and the third. But for the most part, it's just like, it has to make sense. Like everything has to make sense.
So then what was your first sneaker that you lined up for? So let's get to break you down. Like, what was the first sneaker that you lined up for? Do you remember?
Lined up for?
Yes.
Shit, I think lining up might have been a DB or something like that. Oh, no. LeBron 4 graffiti.
LeBron 4 graffiti.
LeBron 4 graffiti.
The New York City joints.
Yes, white. And that pair actually came
was
back
that
out.
Did that come out in Nike Town, Mercer? Where?
It was supposed to be Nike Town. And then...
the 57th Street?
Yes. They didn't get their shipment. And it was like, we got the olive fives, the olive
fives with the orange that's coming out this year.
Yeah, with the orange. I was like, I don't want these shits. I
thought those shits are hard too.
No, but at that time it was like,
it was a big hype for those.
I wanted the LeBrons because like Bron played in the Garden,
right?
He wore them shits, and it's crazy because we didn't get that shipment, and then how did you get them? Oh shit! I think I ended up paying resale. For them shits.
So you didn't get them when you waited online?
Nah.
And that was your first one?
I feel like that might have been because I feel like I'm trying to think.
You know,
because like the LeBron 3s, you didn't really have to line up for those. Like R4s that we was wearing wasn't like a line. I feel like LeBron's in like DBs and like Olympics, the
sevens?
No.
The one with the heart.
I mean,
you remember the sevens with the heart on it?
Yes, you talking about For the Love of the Game. Yes. I remember those. I was on 34th Street.
I got those too. Yeah, I had those.
And Terrence J from 106 and Park was out there too. Yeah.
What?
Yep. What? I remember that. I was 34th Street Foot Action.
Right. I don't remember where, but
and that's when they did midnight releases.
Right.
That's when they did midnight releases.
I know the Copper Foams was crazy.
Copper was crazy.
Oh my God, bro.
I was connected with somebody in Foot Locker.
Yo, bro, the Copper Foams, when those came out, was crazy.
Yeah, Copper was crazy. Eggplant Pause was crazy.
Yeah.
Royals is always gonna be crazy. Pearls was crazy.
Oh my God, the Pearls was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, so you know my boy pointed out, shout out to Abe, bro. My boy Abe. He said that he remembers you at the, cause I was at that line for the bin fives.
Bin fives.
I was at West.
What?
I was at West.
Did I go?
I was at West NYC.
I think I might have went to West and it might have been a dub at West.
Right. Cause I was number 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think it might have been a dub at West, and then I went to 2/5 and they gave out tickets at 2/5.
Cause I know you, I see you rocking them.
Yeah.
I see you, cause yo, I had 4 to 5 pairs of each bins, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Bro.
I tell people this, and people look at me crazy. I remember bin 9s when they came out in 2/5,
and I never got to wear bin 9s.
Out the door, people were selling them for $300, $350.
Yeah, like double the price.
Yeah, that was like, yo, all right, this pair's free. I made my money back plus extra, and I remember people were still like, yo, $350, that's a lot, like.
Yo, bro,
that's crazy. Because bin 13s,
5s, 2s was sleeping. Nobody, half the people wasn't even buying that shit.
The 13s, I might have been at Roosevelt Field. I feel like, I think I might have went to Nike Roosevelt Field. They had the bin 13s. And it's crazy because that shoe was $175 plus tax, $190, and the quality was insane. That quality is unmatched. Quality is way better than a lot of the shit that they put out. And it was individually
numbered, the shoe tree, the freaking, the bin stamp.
Gave you the dust bag.
Oh my goodness.
Only thing that was whack.
The box.
That was the only thing that was
whack. Yo, bro, that shit was bullshit. I'm like, yo.
But it's like one of those things that's like, yo, man, am I wearing the box or am I wearing the sneaker? Like,
right.
So, like, we dealt with the box aspect of it. Like, I would rather, if Jordan Brand gave us that option, a dope box or a whack box, but a better shoe, taking the whack box, better shoe.
And you know what's funny, too? Because I remember that store in Rivington. That Chris, shout out to Chris Vidal. Chris used to work there.
Okay.
Was it Rivington or that store? A-Life.
Oh yeah.
So right.
Yep.
So he was in there, and then the bin 2s, I bought like 2 pairs, right? And he's like walking around, pacing back and forth. He's like, yo, what does the fucking number means? What does the fucking number means? And I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, damn, yo, is it that deep? Like,
yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
It's crazy because I think
because those numbers, it was individual numbers. He's like, yo, why did it make it that number? And like, I guess it was like the first one was 1221.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, why is it 1221?
Yeah, because the bin 2 was the most limited one.
Right.
And then after the 2, it was the 9?
I just remember I got all
2, 9, 13, 5, 7. 7 was the worst one, though.
Right.
I didn't like the 7s too much.
Yo, bro, like, I met Kobe twice.
That's fire.
Yeah, like I waited in Foot Locker when he scraped the Knicks.
34th?
Yeah, I was number 1.
Fire.
And yeah.
I feel like now that you like bringing these stories up, it's like I know for a fact I've seen you before.
Right.
Because
I came, listen, I came home, right, at like 2006, end of 2006.
Okay.
And then I met my girl, and then that's when I just started becoming a sneakerhead. Like, I was always like into sneakers, but I'm like, yo, I'm gonna wait in line.
You dived into it. Yeah.
And that's when I just went stupid.
Because I remember, matter of fact, shit, I'm trying, when the LeBron 4s came out, Johnny? It had to be 4 years after you got in the league, right? So like 07? 7, 08?
I think it was like 06 or 7.
All right. So yeah, because the Grape 5s, I remember 34th Street Foot Action had them because it was an LS pair.
Right.
Remember those. Yeah, it had to have been around that time like I first started like camping for shoes, honestly. But I feel like a lot of that shit before, you probably didn't have to camp. Like it was mom and pop stores, relationships, like
Right.
BX Sports. Like
Right.
I had a relationship with BX Sports, so a lot of that shit.
Remember Transit?
Yeah,
Transit.
Transit.
Yeah,
and
like
then
it's
you-
like the old school boutiques.
And
What
then
other
I
boutiques?
used to also go to Jamaica Ave too. Like Jamaica Ave used
but
to
they
have
overcharge.
yeah, but it depends on what you was looking for. Cause I remember they had like a lot of like overseas like Air Max 95s only. Like, and I'm like,
Right.
yo, these shits was crazy. Like,
Right.
nah, I need these shits because when I bring these back to the Bronx, ain't nobody gonna have these. So it's just like one of those things. And
Remember those DQM, the
Yes.
like just the boutique era was dope for me, bro.
yeah,
Like, and like I said before, you could tell a sneakerhead back in the days.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because
like-
people was actually wearing their shit.
right
Now it's just like,
now it's StockX and Go, and everybody's a sneakerhead. Anybody got every. You think they killed the game?
they're part of it. They're part of it killing it. But we also got to blame ourselves, like not us individually, but people, because it became a cutthroat thing. It became
What you mean? Elaborate.
more so like, I remember when we used to pull up out there, it was about getting the pairs. And if you was with your boys, you made sure they got their pairs. And, you know, it was like, it was a community aspect of it. But then more people got into the game, but more people that wasn't really into sneakers got into the game. So now I seen people come out there together and they fighting each other to see who's gonna get in first. And it's like, yo, y'all pulled up together. How y'all fighting about some shit that y'all supposed to make sure y'all both just get a pair? Like,
Right.
and I just feel like it became a money grab more so than the actual love for it and being able to make some money on it.
Right.
Like it just became money. Like the love went out the window for it. Like nobody gives it. Like you said, people will buy shoes now. Where's it going? StockX. Like people ain't rocking shit like that no more. Nah, fuck that, bro. Like, and niggas that cutthroat you for $20, $10.
Right.
Like it's crazy. Like a lot of this shit don't even make sense, and it's crazy because I remember, you know, it's like a big hat community, and I was like, yo, just make sure this shit don't get like sneakers. And they's like, nah, we going. And now that shit is just like sneakers. Like that shit is crazy. Like how people be arguing, meeting up to fight over hats, my nigga. What?
Right.
Like what are we doing, dogs? Like, so to me it's just funny, like where it's just like where the sneaker culture is, where it was and where it's at now. Like, you know, and the brands are at fault too, though. Because a lot of this shit comes out and there's no stories behind it.
Right.
Like that graffiti LeBron 4 just came back out the end of 2023. That shit sat.
No.
That shoe is
but why do you
under
think-
retail.
Why do you think LeBron shit is all the way down though?
Because they're not telling stories. Like if that shoe came out in 06, 07,
Yo,
right?
but they're gonna tell a story with every sneaker. Like there's like 50 sneaker coming out every week.
Yeah,
But
but
like how are they gonna tell a story with?
so when
every-
you re-retro on a LeBron, right?
yeah,
It's different. It's the first time it's not re-retro, but retro on a LeBron. When you bring in a LeBron back, it's the first time,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what does a 17-year-old know about a LeBron 4?
Right, like nothing.
Was he even born? Like, so how do you reintroduce this shoe where now this 17-year-old could kind of relate to it? You know, like Galaxy Foams is coming back out, right?
Yeah,
That meant the world in that time.
yeah. People went
But
crazy.
somebody that's 15 years old, 16 years old.
But yo, bro, then I blame the company because you re-retroed it like 20 years later. You're supposed to re-retro it like at that time.
yeah,
Like nobody
yeah,
cares about the foams.
Yeah. I mean, and I just think
Like
with
why you-
them is like,
and it's like $250 plus tax.
yeah.
Like
And then they're gonna just drop it though. Like if a kid is supposed to know. Like we know, that's why we gravitate towards the older shit. But
Right.
we don't run the sneaker world no more, bro. We don't run the culture. It's the kids, bro. And it's sad to say because it's like the kids do look up to like certain people still. But what's driving the sneaker culture is like kids that they parents are spoiling them. They on TikTok. They on this, they doing that, they doing content. Like, and these are the the companies gravitate to these kids too because they want the marketing. Oh yeah, let's send such and such a pair of sneakers because he's gonna post it on TikTok and it's gonna go viral.
Right.
And now that'll help the sales.
Right.
So for me, it's just like I realize, yo, we don't run this shit no more. We don't.
No, but but at the same time, you can't say that because when you did the hat game, you did run for me. I
Yeah.
felt like you had a little control, and people seen that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo,
I think what it is because hats at that time was more of a niche market too, though. Sneakers has just been global since God knows when, right? Since
Right.
Michael Jordan introduced the Jordan 1 and the 2, the 3, and you know, it just became global. So like with sneakers is just like somebody like LeBron and Kobe, you know, when you're gonna re-drop these shoes, it should be some type of story to it. I feel like because everybody isn't as big as Michael Jordan. Like Michael, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the time in the 80s that we needed it and the way people gravitated towards Jordans, but people did not look back ever since.
right,
Like, and you know what it was? Tinker definitely made designs where you can wear off and on the court.
right,
And that was another thing. And I don't even want to just keep, bullying Nike in the sense where like I'm only bringing them up because it's a lot of brands that's like that. But I remember going to Portland and headquarters and they asked and, why do I think, LeBron's is this and Nike basketball is that? And I'm like, yeah, I went away from the look. All these shoes are just technology driven, but the look is nasty. But if you want to go back to the LeBron 8, the South Beach,
yeah,
right? You want to go back to the LeBron 7, the red carpet and the Big Apple 6s. And when you go back to that, people played basketball in the LeBron 6s, the 7s, the 8s, the 9s, but you gave them an option because people was actually wearing them off the court and on the court. There was an option there. Yeah, I took away the option. Yeah, just say, all right, fuck with people wearing off the court because we got lifestyle. Let's just make sure the technology's right because LeBron's 6'8", and he needs this in the shoe, and you're 5'3" or 5'10", or 6 feet, and I don't play nothing like LeBron. So why do I need what LeBron needs? I don't need that. And I learned that working at Nike when they, they driving this in your head, because the hexagon, AirPods, and da-da-da, and it's like, but what benefit is that to a kid that's 130 pounds and 5'8", and LeBron 6'8", and
but they want to
250.
feel like or play like him. You don't think that they?
No, I think kids don't gravitate towards LeBron because they know they can't play like him. People gravitate towards people like Steph, people like Kyrie, people because they can pick up a basketball, dribble, practice their dribbling moves, and take shots.
Right.
When you're 5'6", 5'5", you can't dunk like LeBron.
No.
That's just the facts. Like if you're a kid, 5'5", 5'4", whatever, how tall you are, you cannot play like LeBron. So I think that's why when the Steph 1s came out, they sold out. Steph 2s come out, they sold out. Kyrie 1s sold out. Kyrie 2s, 3s, like all of those, because the kids gravitate towards them more because they're more human-like. I can watch a Kyrie highlight tape, go outside and practice the shit he's doing. Same thing with Steph. I could practice my shooting, right? Like you see a lot of kids in their highlights, they shooting from half court, they dribbling.
I hate that shit now.
But they can practice it.
Right.
The shit LeBron does, you can't practice that unless you athletic like that.
Right. No, that's a
You know what
fact.
I mean? So-
no, that's. And speaking of Kyrie, you're good with Kyrie too, right?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
pretty. Yo,
yes,
man.
that's my guy.
That's, and you know, like my shout out to my boy Abe again. He taught me how to like shop in like Marshalls and Burlingtons and I'm like, yo, he's like, yo, let's go to Burlington. I'm like, for what? Like back in the, I'm like,
You want to get a coat?
like I'm like, what? And then
It's a coat factory.
now
but
I go there
but they
all
have-
the time.
Yeah, they be having shit on.
And now they have a lot of Kyries, but now like 2 years ago they've been having mad Kyries because I think there was an incident with him and the movie thing and like
I know.
the Jew something with the Jewish remark or
but
something,
He posted a link.
right? And then right after that they just threw all his sneakers to like
I mean, I don't want to talk too much on the conversations me and him had, but that relationship was going bad even before that. I mean, it was just Kyrie. I think he was at the 8, so the Kyrie 6. I think when it came out, and I remember he's like, "Yo, let's try to figure out ways to get some marketing like through social media."
right.
Cause I haven't got any marketing money or anything from Nike in the last 3 years.
He said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was just like, I get it, the pandemic happened, but then there was an issue because he didn't want to take the vaccine shot, which he's entitled not to take it.
Did you take it?
For me, yeah, I took it. I took it only off the strength of my son, and I was still working. So I didn't want to be a reason why I'm coming back and he gets COVID and he was young
I get
too.
it.
So
I get it.
that was like but I fought it though. I really didn't want to take it. And
But then, not to cut your business, like what you guys argued kind of that?
who?
You and Ky- oh.
No. So with him, he was very understanding with everybody's decision.
Right.
If you choose to do it, that's you.
Right.
I just choose not to. And I felt like it was unfair that people felt the way that he didn't want to take it. Because it's his choice. It's not nobody else's choice but his.
Thank God I didn't take it.
Right? So it was one of those things that was just like, he was cool with people's decision. It was just more so what people felt about him. So, that was an issue. And it was just like, everything just became like an issue and he's problematic and they end up lifting the mandatory of taking it. And why you think they lifted the mandatory of taking it in sports? Because baseball season started and half of the Yankees was not vaccinated.
Wow.
So you're gonna say they can't play? Yeah, all right. You know how much money that the Yankees generate a season in New York?
Right.
The mayor lifted that shit because of the Yankees.
You think so?
100%.
Wow.
1,000%.
Wow.
So it's just like,
Wow.
and then the rules was just weird, right? Like, if you lived in Portland and you wasn't vaccinated because it wasn't mandatory, and you came to Brooklyn and played, you could play. Like, the rules is just weird. I just felt like they started making up rules on the fly. Like, all right.
Wow.
Because it's like, all right, if it's mandatory, it should have been mandatory throughout the whole league. But then you got people in states where it's not mandatory, but they could go play in your state where it's mandatory. So if you got COVID and you come to New York and you give the players in New York COVID, it's the same shit.
Right.
Like, he was willing to get tested, all of that. Like, he was willing to do the testing before every game and all, but they just made it mandatory. And that was their way of forcing people to take the vaccine and make money and stuff like that. So that shit is crazy, man.
Crazy.
That shit is crazy. That's a fact.
Crazy. And and you hip hop, bro. And I wanted to talk about real quick, like what have you been listening to, like for like as in like hip hop right now?
Honestly, I still
wanna see-
listen to like the oldest shit. Man.
No new shit?
Hearing I just listened to Benny's album. Benny's album's cool. I fuck with Benny's album.
Shout out to Benny. He's fire.
But yeah, man, the rotation for me is
Old school, like Locks.
it's the Locks, it's Stack Bundles, Hove,
For Rock.
Beans, Freeway,
Right.
Rockefeller shit.
Damn, you still listen to that old school still?
Yeah, big.
CNN.
Yeah, CNN, Nori, like listening to Nori, I'm listening to Nas. I'm starting to appreciate a lot of this music a lot more too, right? I feel like I hear like a lot of the music that do drop and I'm like, damn, yo.
You don't fuck with the
Life
younger
after-
generation though?
I try to.
Like the
It's-
drill?
For me, it's like, and this is like no disrespect to anybody. For me, it's just not enough substance there. I feel like it's just about 4 or 5 topics they could talk about, and they just reword shit. And it's just like life.
kind of
Yeah,
same
like,
too.
yeah, like for me, and it's just like a lot of these kids are just angry. And I think we need to figure out the reason why. Like why are they so angry? I feel like life now is a lot easier than when we was growing up. To me, you know, like we appreciated like the little things. Like these niggas got iPhones, they dropouts. Like we had to earn shit. Like you couldn't just get the newest shit and you not going to school and
Right. That's a fact.
like you just do whatever you want and your moms are still buying you shit. You still living under a roof. Like parents was quick to kick kids out. You don't want to listen under my roof, or you get out.
right.
These kids is, I mean, I don't know why they so angry. Like you know, and to me, I feel like there's probably like a lot of people that's doing drill music that's not even about the drill. Like they're not even about that life, but it's a way to make money. And one of my mans, that's my man Mike Cuz, he's a engineer and a producer. He made a crazy valid statement. He said, yo, more people's doing music than people that's actually listening to music. There's so many artists that's just coming out now.
Right.
It's not enough ears for all artists that's coming out. Like, so for me, like I try to stay true to myself, music that got substance, music that I remember it was a time, it was an era, music that's timeless. You know, I'm listening to Cam, I'm listening to, you know, Old Jim, I'm listening to Max, I'm listening to shit that's like, man, this was a movement, but this shit sound crazy like it came out today.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? So it's
And
just,
and that person, one of them is Jada, bro. And you with him a lot.
yeah, Kiss.
Yo, bro, how did you meet Jadakiss?
Kiss stood the test of time, bro. Still,
He's the
still,
GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the great. He's
still-
top 5.
Yeah,
Dead or alive.
he's still.
How did you meet him, bro?
Shout out to my man Bang, man. Bang. So my man Bang, he's Junior Mafia. So he was running around with Big, C's, Nino, Clep, and shout out the whole Junior Mafia. That's family, C Gutter and all of them.
Shout out to C Gutter. I had an interview with him.
Yeah, that's a fact. C Gutter, that's my guy, man. So Bang reached out to me. He was on some shit like, yo. So Bang reached out to my man KT, older nigga from my block that Bang was locked up with.
Right.
So they both, I guess he seen my page and he seen where I was from. So he hit KT and was like, yo, who, da-da-da. KT was like, nah, that's Lil Bro. That's
Right.
my guy, da-da-da. So he made the connection. Started chopping it up with Bang. Bang is around Kiss. You know, he's like, yeah, bro, because Kiss be fucking with your shit, da-da-da. So he want to get some shit. So I'm like, I bet. So Bang was like the middleman for a little bit in a sense. And then he's like, nah, pull up to the studio. Pull up to the studio in YO. And from that day on, man, like me and Kiss, it's not even on some hat shit, it ain't even on because he
fucks with your energy. I could already tell.
Like he allowed me to do shit
Yo,
that he didn't allow a lot of people to do.
Bro, because I just could tell, bro. Your energy is mad dope. You laid back. You got a like ill sense.
Yeah, and the crazy shit is like he knows a lot of older people from my block.
Oh, okay. Oh shit.
And all the older people from like if we ran into, because I know they did a performance at Orchard Beach, and there was older people from my block that was there, and he just seen how they embraced me. So he's like, oh yeah, he's solid in the sense. So, you know, my knowledge for music and just I was always around older people. Like I never, like I hung out with people my age. Like I ain't gonna say never, but for the most part, because I got an older brother, I was coming outside when I was super young, like 5, 6 years old. And my brother's a teenager damn near. So I'm hanging out with him and his friends because I gotta be with him outside. So
it makes sense.
You know, I learned to shut up and listen. I learned when to soak in game. I wasn't one of them little annoying niggas say, yo, bro, your brother, man, get this little nigga away from us. Like it wasn't that. Like they embraced me in the sense, oh nah, we fuck with him. And that's been, I remember 13 years old going to X-Ball. They got me in the strip club and all that. Like, so.
That's funny.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to tell you, you know, a quick Jadakiss story. Yo.
Okay.
So, shout out to Jada, man. So.
I feel like it's a funny story.
Yo, bro, listen, man. So I've been doing these interviews and shit, and then I have a good friend of mine, shout out to Knowledge, and Smith, and he's like, yo, Jada's about to shoot a music video in Staten Island. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like you want to go?
Recent or?
This was 2021.
Okay.
And then he's like, yo, you know, boom. And I'm like, hell, what, Jada? Like, cause I met her one time before, and then I'm like real quick, but it was nothing. And then he's like, yo, you want to go to the music video? It's in Staten Island. I'm like, yeah, bro. He's like, just do me one favor, pick up my cameraman. And I was like, yo, bro. I was like, yo, I'm not going to work today. I'm going, bro. Boom.
That's how I felt with Braun.
Right. And then we go, right?
Yeah.
And they all there, boom, and he's shooting the video, and I'm just standing, you know what I mean, like on the side. And I remember the sneaker I had. I wore the Sheck West, you know, like was it the Blazers?
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
It had the different color joints, and I wore those that day, right? And then Kiss was like, he just looks up, he's like, yo, son, like, yo, get on the music video. Like, what you doing on the side? And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and I was kind of like,
nah, he's like that, yeah.
Right? So like, you know, they're shooting the video and after, and I had like, and thank God I had some fire mad bud, right? So I'm like, boom. I just had it in my pocket. And then I was like, yo, when everything was done, I came up to Kiss. I was like, yo, Kiss, you know, like you think, you know, like I'm shooting, I've been like just starting this like YouTube shit. You think you could you know, like pop out for me and shit like that?
Yeah.
And he like, yo, man, you just starting up? He like, yo, son, man, take my number down. He's like, I got you. And I'm like, in my head, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's like that.
Yo, bro, I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Inside, I was just mad excited. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't want to be like fanned out.
Nah, but...
You know what I mean? And then he just gave me the, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, boom. I gave him some bud. I'm like, yo, take this, right? I go back to the hood, right? My neighborhood. And in my head, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm gonna go play ball right now. Cause it was like in the afternoon it was like at 12 when I went to the shoot, like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
It ended like 3, 4 and I came back. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go play ball. I'm gonna like look good on the cam. I'm gonna lose weight and I'm gonna go play ball every day now. Boom. That day when I went to go play ball, I tore my ACL and meniscus, bro.
Oh, shit.
And then I was like, oh, shit. Yo, take me to the hospital.
You tore your ACL and your meniscus?
And shit. Both of them, bro. And then that interview was gone. Like, it's like, and then you know what he did? He did the verses.
Fab. And then...
No. He did the verses with
The Locks.
The Locks.
The
and
verses
it was over.
Dipshit?
Yeah, it was over.
Yeah.
Today's price is not yet.
That was a crazy night too.
You was there?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yo, come on,
That was
man.
crazy. That was a crazy night. I mean, shit, man, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Like, Kiss is so down to earth, and it's like,
It's so
when
crazy.
I tell people he's like one of us, like not in the sense like,
He is, bro.
but like he's so down to earth and like he want to crack jokes and shit. Like he's really like that. Like,
Yeah.
so I think it's crazy because I'm like cool, super cool with him, and I'm super cool with his son.
Oh, that's dope.
And my son loves his youngest sons too. Like they love each other. Like they call each other cousins and all of that. So it's just crazy, man. Like, cause sometimes
fire,
I be
bro.
realizing I'm like, yo, damn, yo. I think with music, when like a song come on or some shit, and I'm like, yo, like I really
Nah, you deserve
know
it,
this
bro.
nigga in a sense.
Yo, bro. Like, and like I said, and I really want to talk about before the good part.
Yeah.
Like, you do a lot for the community and giveaways, bro.
Yeah. I want to get back to that though too.
And on camera, real shit. Whatever we could do, like the Uppercut podcast, I'm here for it, bro. Like if you're gonna do a giveaway, like I got like a lot of sneakers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I like whatever.
Yeah,
like
honestly,
clothes,
I really want to
whatever we
do
could
something maybe like probably like spring, like when March, April-ish, because
And
it's
whoever really needs it, and I
Yeah,
know like
nah, it's a lot of
I'm in
people
good
that
hands
need
with you.
it. Yeah.
And like I said, like we all down to help, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, real
there's a
shit.
lot of people that need help, man. And I
sure.
think what it is just like, I think when I be going away to like third world countries and shit, like when I went to Belize, I just came back from Belize not too long ago, and it's
shit.
just like,
How's that?
it's fire. It's fire, but it's for me, it's just like, it makes you think on a different level. Because it's like, we come back here and the shit,
We way blessed.
yeah, it's like the shit we take for granted is a whole blessing over there. Like shoes. First time I went out there a couple years ago, I seen kids playing basketball. It's flaming outside. Concrete, barefooted,
Wow.
full court.
Wow. Damn.
That shit fucked like my mental. I'm like, yo, I'm seeing little kids walking on the side of the road barefooted.
Damn.
I'm like, yo, we be mad when we can't get a shoe. These kids don't even got an option to even get a shoe if they wanted to.
Right.
I remember we went back to the basketball court and I had like, it was like some Flynet shits.
Flynet.
Yeah, it was Flynet, some Nike Flynet shits that I had on. And I remember I just took them shits off and gave it to a kid. Literally, and just walked back to the car. And I had like slippers, but
Right.
it was like that kid, that right there meant probably the world. And that was just me getting rid of a pair of shoes I was probably going to get rid of anyway.
Right.
So I was just like, shit like that just make you think on a different type of wave, man, because it's just like a lot of the shit that we take for granted, it's like clean water, bro. Like
Facts.
there's little shit like that that people don't have access to. So it's just like we gotta start doing the good for people that need it, man. There's so many people, families that need it.
Right.
You know, and there's so much greed. There's so much greed around the world, but you know, just in America, like there's so much greed and a lot of people can help others, but they just don't.
And like I said, you know, whatever we could do,
Yeah.
like
I
part of our
appreciate
team,
that.
like real shit, like whatever we could do.
I
definitely,
appreciate
you know
that
what I
a
mean?
million. Nah, for sure. Definitely.
So
And, you know, I've never done one in Queens, so that'd be dope.
yeah,
I do something in Queens.
Let's
I
do
definitely
it.
did Manhattan, did the Bronx.
let's do
We
Queens.
can do Queens. Definitely do Queens.
And yeah, bro. Let's and like I said, man, and you know, this is, you know, Uppercut Podcast
Yeah.
/ From the Soul, and you know, I'm a big sneakerhead. What's like your favorite, like all-time favorite sneaker?
Black
you know,
Cement 3.
Black Cement 3?
Yeah.
I seen you do
But
the,
you know what it is? I feel like now, like it's becoming the white Cement 3. This is my first time ever saying that on camera.
White Cement 3s are clean.
And I think
Clean, super clean.
the Jordan 4 is knocking out the infrared 6 for me now.
Yo, the infrared 6 is
Crazy.
Bieber wore it a couple days ago, and I looked at that on the feed. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn,
that's a crazy pair.
I need the infrared 6.
That's a crazy pair, but you know what it is? So when I say black cement, I love the 2001 pair.
You go so yo.
No, so
you're
like, because you know
that's
what
why
it
he's
is?
so ill, yo.
You know what it is?
Because he's like, yo, the 2001 pair. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
like
bro,
the
how
shape.
Like,
The shape, like it's just different from like the newer pair.
remember the True Blues?
True Blues was crazy. I remember the True Blues when they
That was
had like an
like
overseas
The
release
overseas.
only in 09.
Yeah, I remember
Like,
those.
yeah,
I had to
like-
get paid like 300 for those.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, but even when I'm saying like the infrared, right? Infrared pack was good in 2010.
Yeah.
But then like
11
my
number 12.
favorite is like besides the OG, but like the 2000 pair. Like that pair was just insane. Like, and I remember having it, and you know, I had a opportunity to get them back and get them restored, and I'm able to wear them, and so it's just crazy, dogs. But now when I'm saying the bread fours, that 99 pair is just crazy, dogs. That shit is just different. Like it's the shape, it's just different. Like so, like fours right now was kind of like.
What about the Duncans? I seen you
Tim
pull
Duncans
out
is
Duncans. That's one of my
Tim
favorites.
Duncans is crazy.
Duncans, bro. I have the blue joints.
It's crazy. Tim Duncans. What, the royal blue and white?
No, not the no.
Which
the
ones?
black. The black and blue, the baby blue joint.
Oh, okay. So with the shit, the great, the design shit that's on it, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
green. All right. Yeah. Tim Duncans. But you know what's crazy?
What?
Like, nah, not really Duncans. I can't say Duncans sat because those shits always moved.
You think it's gonna come out? They said that they was gonna retro them shits out like last year,
the
year before.
that? Yeah. I mean,
Yo, bro.
I don't want to
Nike
put. I don't want to put information out there.
No, put information out there.
But-
Come on.
The reason why it's been pushed back is because the retail is going to be too high.
What's the retail?
300
I'm not getting. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait for it to go to outlets.
outlets.
I'll wait for it to outlets, bro.
Yeah, so that's the dilemma though.
What the fuck?
But you gotta think.
300. I don't got 300, bro.
But you know what's crazy?
for the fucking sneakers, man.
2011, what was the price?
250, no?
250s. But that's 13 years ago.
Yo, listen, it's still better than 300. And tax.
No, but I think what it is, it'll be 300 after tax, if I'm not mistaken. But I think that's the dilemma. I think that plays the part because foam posits right now is 240, right? 240, 250? Mm-hmm. Regular foams.
Yeah.
With these shits, got a whole full air bubble. And it's more foam posit. So it's like,
Damn. Yo, I need those, bro.
yeah, Duncan's is crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, yeah.
Crazy.
I mean,
What they need to retro out?
what they need the retro. I would love to see the original Air Bacons come back out.
Tim Hardaway.
The Orlando Penny 2s to come back out.
These are the Bacons. Oh my God.
We could do the Bo Jacksons, the Oakland Raiders colors, the black and gray pair with the 34 on the back. I think those should come back out.
The Bo Jackson joint.
I think they could relax on Jordan 1s for
Yeah, but
like
why
a couple
they-
years. I think they could relax on those. Chrome 2s, black and chrome 2s need to come back out the right way.
Jordan 2s?
The black and chrome ones. Those should come back out. That's about it. I feel like everything else has been coming back out.
Yo,
They
bro.
could do Raptor 7s in the right way and Aqua 8s in the right way. And I'll be good with that.
Yo, bro, you know, it was the fucking most hardest thing to give you a pair of sneakers because you got every fucking pair in the world. It was the hardest decision, you heard. like I said, shout out to the, Rashad, shout out to Abe, bro. And for this, alley
Abe did his research.
Yeah, and but we all did the research together. And I'm like, yo, because it was mad tough, bro. To
Yeah.
get because I'm like, yo, he got everything. And I'm like, should we go with the back in the day type shit or like? And then I'm like, you know what? Like, let me. I was like, yo, we were just naming all these things, and I was like, yo, like this is my favorite pair
Yeah.
that just came out.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, let me like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, for me, it's the thought that matters. I ain't...
Shout out to Abe, bro. Like, yo.
Oh, okay. Oh, those are hard.
Yo.
Those are hard.
This is my favorite pair that's coming out, yo.
Those are hard.
And I'm like, yo, this is so freaking clean, bro.
Yeah, that's some shit that's like, I need a Kobe Bryant throwback jersey or something like that. That's tough. That's tough.
And like I said, yo, and that was like mad tough too. And I'm like, yo, I hope he appreciates.
Nah, man. Hell,
Like-
man, listen. No, thank you, man.
And you've been doing a lot in the game. And like I said, I've been
quality
watching.
look good on these shits too, though.
Right.
Yeah, like, see? That's one thing SB never lacks at, though. Quality is crazy, though. Always. And that's something I could appreciate. And the price point is never crazy for retail. The resale sometimes be wild, but quality-wise, they always do what they got to do. And it's a gun bottom, though.
Yo,
Gun
and-
bottom is tough, too. Yeah, that's some shit, man. I gotta go find
And
either Kobe or Shaq. It might be hard finding a Kobe jersey right now, but I could probably find.
damn, you see already how he thinks.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He's like, yo, I'm gonna get the Kobe jersey. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
This is summertime vibe. Or if I go to LA, I'm in LA, I could wear that to a game or some shit. Right. This is fire. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, bro.
like
Thank
I
you.
said, man, no problem. Like you've been putting on for like the hip hop shit. I don't care. Like, yo, bro. And I know that you're gonna do big things. I
Yeah.
know that.
No,
I just know.
I
Like,
appreciate that, man. That means
And-
a lot. Cause I think we live in a crab in the bucket mentality world where everybody they gotta cross the finish line before that person. And we don't give enough props and just due to a lot of people. And, I was definitely tuned in. Once you sent me the link, I definitely started tuning in into the pod, and what you doing is dope too, man.
Thank you.
You're definitely bringing a different energy, but also giving a lot of people platforms to speak their truth and having the questions and the crew and being prepared for this shit. Like, I know that shit is a job within itself too. So
Facts.
shout out to you and, your whole team.
And like I said, thank you. And like I said, anything you need from me, like, I'm willing to help, bro.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. Thank
You know what I'm
you.
saying?
Thank
And,
you.
Yeah, bro. Like, yo, bro, keep on putting on, bro. And I appreciate it. And just keep killing this shit, bro.
Got you. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I keep inviting dope people up here. Letting people speak their truth,
I
man.
got some fire guests coming up, too.
Fire, man.
So, hell yeah.
All right.
Uppercut Podcast, you heard? We out.